What's up everyone? Today I'm down at Audi Greenville and behind me is a 2019 Audi A8. Huge thanks to them for providing this car for me today. They're starting to get in a bunch of 2019s. I'll have a link to their website down in the description below. The model that we're looking at today is the 3-liter turbo. It's finished off in Vesuvius gray metallic and has an MSRP just over $93,000. So getting the A8 out on the road now, just leaving the parking lot here, I'm already impressed with this car. Looking at it in the parking lot and even just hopping in the back seats to do that filming portion, this vehicle has so much technology in it. It's so easy to use too, even though there's a lot of it. And being in the back seats, I think I'd rather be back there now doing this video rather than driving it. There's just so much room to just hang out. You have a lot of controls to just make everything comfortable for you. It's a very cool car. I would definitely like to have this. But moving on to the driving aspects of it now, it's very open on the inside, of course, with the sunshades open. There's a lot of light, but it's very easy to see all around. With that backup camera that I showed you guys, the 360 and everything like that, you almost don't have to look around. You have so much information in that one screen. You can see the entire car without looking over your left or right shoulder. But just general visibility when you don't have that on, it's easy to look over. You don't have any blind spots. You have a lot of parking assistance and driving assistance aids to help you out with that. But even a glance over your left and right shoulder, it's very easy to see. There's hardly any blind spots. And then of course with that screen, you can easily see your front left corner, your back right. You can see how close you are to a curb as I showed you guys. It's very easy to maneuver around and see around it, which is obviously a plus. So I'm gonna put it over into dynamic mode and we'll check out the paddle shifters here. You know, it's not super quick, but it definitely just has power all the way up to the speed that you're wanting to go. It's very linear. Those shifts were incredibly smooth. I didn't even feel anything. Same thing on the downshifts. You can't even feel those shifts. We'll give it a little bit more power. I mean, it gets up and goes for sure. You can hardly feel any turbo lag. It's a very comfortable getting up to speed. It's not loud on the inside. It's actually very well insulated. I can hardly hear any of the outside noises, which is really nice. Brakes do a good job coming to a stop. The heads-up display is up right now and I can see the speed limit sign. I have lane departure on, it looks like, and then of course my speed that I'm going right now. It's very easy to see. So moving on to how this car rides on the road, I just put it over into comfort mode, and like you would expect, it's a very comfortable ride. It's absorbing bumps very well. I'm not on a harsh road or anything like that, but it's a very smooth and comfortable ride. I'll go ahead and put it over to dynamic. Very easy to switch that over using that button just in front of the shifter. Taking a turn here, not too much body roll, but it's not a light car. It's not meant to take corners, but it went around that turn very well. Plenty of power to get out. Now I am on a little bit more of a bumpy road in dynamic and just cruising, just sitting back here. You can feel the road bumps a little bit more, of course. I'm gonna put it right over into comfort again to see the difference on this road. And it lightens up a good bit. So it's nice to have that option. You can customize it any way you'd like to, rather than just having comfort and dynamic, which is nice to have. So I could definitely get on board with daily driving this car. It's surreal how quiet it is on the inside. You can't really hear anything on the outside. I don't even hear the tire noise, which is incredible. It's super comfortable to drive. You have all this technology at your fingertips. Very easy to use, even though there's 3 screens here and there's a lot of information going on. To me, it feels like it's easier to use because there's hardly any buttons to use. You basically have a couple buttons here and there to control everything. So while there's a lot of information, it's not overwhelming to use. There's 3 laid out screens, very well kind of labeled, and it's just so easy to use how it's divided up. It's really cool to be able to go through those different screens and pretty much do anything that you want here. It's very easy to use. And again, I could get on board with daily driving this. Not only do you have all of that, you could put 4 people in here and load all their stuff behind the seats. There's just so much room to be able to do anything in this car that you want. I think it's very impressive how Audi put all that together. You have all this technology, all this space, all these features, you have a comfortable ride and a great car in my opinion. There's also all of the materials on the inside. You have leather, Alcantara, this wood trim paneling, all the aluminum. It's a premium feeling interior, no doubt. And for the price you're paying for this car, I would expect nothing less than that. I can't find anything to pick apart in this car. I am thoroughly impressed with everything about this car. And I have driven a lot of Audis from Audi Greenville. I've driven SUVs, the A8, other sedans, the TTRS. I've driven pretty much everything there. And honestly, this is one of my favorites that I've driven. It has so much to offer, and I'm thoroughly impressed. It has all of those technology features that I've probably shown already, like the lane departure, blind spot, the distance pacing. There is also an optional suspension system that you can get for this car that will adapt to the road conditions. So it will monitor basically the road that you're driving on and how it needs to adapt for the bumps or anything that's in the road to give you even a more comfortable ride. So there's a lot of impressive technology in this car. This is definitely a good daily driver because you could take this on long trips. The seating position is nice and comfortable. The bolsters aren't too aggressive, but they'll hold you in place here. Very comfortable to just lay back and drive this car. You have almost as much room as in the back seats, as you guys saw earlier. So you could easily take this on long trips and be comfortable. So I think that sums up driving the 2019 Audi A8. Huge thanks again to Audi Greenville for providing this car for me today. I'm blown away with this car. It's been phenomenal to be able to check out. Audi Greenville has a lot more 2019s rolling in. I hope I can get those cars filmed for you guys to show you even more. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next video.